He was tipping the scales at over 500 pounds, but one Central Florida man says he had no choice but to act, and he ended up dropping hundreds. Fox 35's Lauren Johnson with his story of a dramatic but very successful weight loss.
We're a true Southern family with lots of fried food and lots of fat.
B.E. Thompson has spent his entire life struggling with his weight.
All through elementary, middle, high school, I was always the biggest kid in the class.
At 21 years old, a liquid diet helped him shed 150 pounds in 3 months. When the diet stopped, so did the weight loss, much of it coming back. He spent the next decade trying every fad diet out there. At 31 years old, he dropped 200 pounds, but it didn't stay off again.
As soon as I reached my goal, I started packing weight back on, and until eventually I got to 540 pounds.
Living became a struggle, from mobility to shopping to working. His quality of life declined. A trip to a doctor would scare him enough to make permanent changes.
He said, "You're borderline diabetic."
Afraid of that reality, a transformation started. In February 2010, Thompson met with a trainer for the first time. In a race for his health, he spent 90 minutes training 5 days a week.
I had major anxiety about getting on the equipment and being able to fit on the equipment.
He was committed. 2 weeks later, he got serious about his diet. Lori Essaray with Total Nutrition and Therapeutics helped him with those goals.
I knew it was possible, but I also knew all the trials that he had been through.
Food was sort of like the enemy. He can remember what he was eating back then.
Desserts, breads, pastas, potatoes. Based on some of the doctors I've talked to, it was probably 7,000 to 10,000 calories a day at times.
When the journey started, he was wearing a size 6X pants to fit around his 72-inch waist.
The beauty of looking at him now is he's not going back.
They can laugh about it now. Almost 3 years later, the Lake County man has shed 322 pounds. His success story made it to the cover of a local magazine.
Feeling good is actually more important to me than looking good, but I'm obviously very happy with the look too.
He still keeps a food log, meets with Essaray about his personal health markers, and together they are staying the course to say farewell to the fat.
There's no finish line. I tell everybody all the time, it's not about the sprint. This is truly a marathon. This is a new way of living.
There's no strict guideline for what I can or cannot have. It's the right food at the right time in the right amount.
He now has his life back, able to do things that once became impossible. And in this new year, he's encouraging anyone who needs to change to take that first step.
I feel fantastic.
Good for him. Thompson says he decided to lose the weight the old-fashioned way after gastric bypass surgery for his brother left him with complications.